Joe Biden loves children, hugging children, sniffing children, but he won't let children come between him and his dreams for EVs.
One of the main components of EV batteries is cobalt, most of which comes from mines in the Democratic Republic of the Congo in Africa, like in these images you see here, courtesy of the Daily Mail.
According to the U.S. Department of Labor, more than 40,000 children, including those as young as 6 years old, work mining cobalt in the DRC.
So while Biden wants his forced transition to EVs to appear like it's progressive and building a sustainable future, the reality is it's all built on the backs of poor, emerging market children forced to work barefoot in the mud. Also, Biden can look like some sort of eco-savior. It is all lies. Here now, American Energy Institute CEO and founder, Jason Isaac. Jason, in this new report on the use of child labor, is it getting any better in terms of the mining of cobalt?
No, it's absolutely not. More children are being brought into this, and I assure you Joe Biden wouldn't want to be sniffing those children because they're covered in a yellow dust of sulfuric acid that's part of the process to prepare the cobalt before it goes to these Chinese-owned purchasing houses out there in the Congo.
You know, Jason, the pictures that you see of these kids looking for cobalt, they're heart-wrenching. It's horrible. And it's toxic, I believe, to grab these pieces of cobalt. And these kids have no protective gear. So they're being poisoned as they get cobalt to give to your point, the Chinese, so Joe Biden can have his EV dream.
Yeah, the picture's there of a young girl putting her child into a cardboard box so that she can go back and work in these mines and make less than $2 a day. And in some cases, not make anything at all. It's a requirement from her or for her family to do this job that she's not getting paid for. It is child slave labor at its absolute worst to feed this EV drive that the Biden administration is forcing down our throats. And consumers are proving they just don't want them.
Right. It's utterly avoidable, but they choose that. Biden and company have chosen this. Jason, we also want to get your take on this. A power grid watchdog, the North American Electric Reliability Corporation, is now warning that the fossil fuel phase out supported hook, line, and sinker by the Biden administration could potentially destabilize future energy reliability. 60% of our energy, our electricity production, would come offline based on what Biden and Kamala Harris proposed at COP28.
You're absolutely right. And actually, over the next 20 years, we will lose 80% of our reliable thermal generation from coal, natural gas, and nuclear because it's aging out. We're not seeing new investments because of the market distorting policies of the federal government, namely the production tax credit that wind and solar get. It's $25 a megawatt hour. Wind and solar are costing consumers more. And what we really need is we need more natural gas. We need more coal. We need more nuclear. People think batteries from kids made in the Congo are the answer. Battery electricity costs over $400 a kilowatt hour. By comparison, coal is 3 cents.
It's unbelievable. And by the way, no one's voted for this. No one wants this. All those folks at COP28 that are approving this, they're never going to live by the standards they want to set for the rest of us. Jason Isaac, always a pleasure.
No,
Thank you.
And China's certainly not going to adopt them either.
No, exactly. It's never going to happen. That's right. China's never going to adopt it. And let us take us
the
home.
UAE and China are like nudging each other. Sure, we're going to transition away from fossil fuels. Thank you, Jason.
Yes, yeah.
Good to see you. Coming up, Boston Mayor Michelle Wu excusing her decision to hold a holiday party exclusively for non-white members of the city council. Do you buy it?
We want to be a city where everyone's identity is embraced and that there are spaces and communities that we can help support.
Plus, Hunter Biden looked pretty confident on Capitol Hill early this week after ghosting House Republicans. But behind closed doors, he's apparently afraid he'll have to go on the lam if Trump gets elected or reelected. Jimmy Fallon, Tom Shalhoub, there they are. They're dancing.
Woo-hoo!
Dancing at the desk. Next.
Welcome to paradise. Gunshot rings out at the stairs.